Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is King John from Ramadan Health News and Analysis. Uh, I will switch it into near dialect, Jenamina uh, but I can, or I will add more a little bit with in English or uh, mix with some Arabic. Uh, I believe that I came out at this time, and then on all my topic, I have only two topics, not more than that. I have topic about welcoming our brotherhood, David Yo. Uh, but the longer topic is going to be about the election, South Sudan election. So my main topic uh, is only two, that to welcome my brother David Yo or my comrade David Yo to SPLA-IO. But the main topic for each an individual who is going to come here and join me, it will be about the election. And I will play uh, all the conditions that are going to contradict the election. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, who arrive right now. This is King John from Ramadan Health News and Analysis. Ba yenir ke tung nen tina ke tung nuara. And King John, I believe it was I believe a month. Chajabala chawa more than that. Ku kan ben ku bin in kon banake balat. Ano. First of all, the laro chene me ne che nyam che barar ke nyam ke bush ke ne che barar physically proudly ke ba wuri chalga de video ya ba welcome again and then cha welcome again ke ngode I will continue to tell them that welcome to the main extreme mission party. That's the party that has a mission, not the party that does not have a mission. SPLA-IO is a party with all implementation of mission. Fairness, equality, and so on. SPLA-IO is the party that will change the South Sudan into the new situation that whole South Sudanese will not even try to roaming themselves, pushing themselves. Where are you from? And all this. SPLA-IO is not the party that will make all those allegations that Self-Care Party, which is IG, is doing. Everybody already know that the whole isolation of IG, what the IG is doing. What is the strategy of the SPLA-IG? IG has a more active strategy than any party within South Sudan. The IG is blind pulling people, the country people. Now the IG deploys the different country military within South Sudan to protect their interests, because the IG interest is not the interest of South Sudanese. Each an individual, if I ask South Sudanese right now, do you allow any neighbor country military to intervene within South Sudan? They will say no, we don't need them. We are South Sudanese. We can solve our differences by ourselves. But IG will never even request citizen right. IG will never even allow citizens to just exercise their right. How come you're gonna deploy the neighbor military without informing the reason, without giving the reason into the citizen of South Sudanese? This is the reason that I brought these different kind of military into our country. The reason is this: they're coming to protect you. SIG will never even provide you with nothing, rather than will provide you with something that is going to protect their plan, their hatred that they try to build with in South Sudan. Because South Sudan is going to divide itself if things are going like this for a long run. And if you don't even think wisely as a South Sudanese, make sure that South Sudan will be the place where you will see the differences by your own self. This is the plan of IG that I want to say before I go to my topic. IG plan to mobilize themselves and then to integrate into IO. That's whereby you see them, they already left the IO when the IO refused, because they try to blind pull the IO party and then to go to the election where there is no benefit for South Sudanese. There is a benefit for certain IG that try to mess up the country. Because IG, there is nothing will call IG in South Sudan for the coming long run within South Sudan. This IG will go. And even the people who are supporting the IG, they will go. IG have no differences as an enemy of South Sudanese. Because when you deploy those who fought with South Sudanese, those who came from North, when you deploy them, when you hiring them, when you fulfill all the needs of IG with all of them, out of those who fought, we Ajag is somewhere else right now. Is the man who fought can take the responsibility where Tutagaloa is at. Is the man who fought and is the man who came as a general chief of staff of South Sudan. Where is Paganamu? Where is he? And let us ask ourselves as a South Sudanese. We don't need just to push what they calling JCEism into our country. That you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself, where is those who fought for South Sudan to be a country, and right now, most of them, they just left the South Sudan, they went to East Africa. Can you ask yourself why we Ajag is not in South Sudan, it's somewhere else? Can you ask yourself why Pagana Mum is not in South Sudan right now? Because those are from different tribes, which is calling Chuluk tribes. The IG is concerned for a certain tribe. It's not for like all South Sudanese tribes. See how they bring they try to manipulate Johnson Wulong. Johnson Wulong was IO was fighting harder to make Johnson Wulong to be a governor of Upper Nile. Why do they give him? Why they let him to be it? They say that General Wulong already killed everybody. He's a violent guy. He's a whatever, and now Salva Kiir called him to be a general again. These are the misleading that South Sudanese will never even understand unless you are intelligent enough. Unless you are intelligent enough. But those who are not intelligent, they are the people who mess the country. But when the intelligent people take the country over, they know what will be their mistake. They know who they just isolate without any reason. Because if you isolate somebody with no reason, you have to think twice. Okay, let us discuss why we isolate this person. But the JCE will never have. They think that if they keep bringing Uganda toward to South Sudan always, they will succeed because they are cowards. The most important coward within South Sudanese are people of JCE. The coward people that I will never say within South Sudan are the people of JCE, which is June Council Elder of South Sudan and their President Salva Kiir. When you call yourself, you are the popular, you are the one who leading the population of the country, and you still adding somebody else behind you to protect you. You already declared that you are a coward. You already declared that you are nothing within South Sudan. Without somebody else that protects you, that guards you, you will never be a person. Mr. Wing Li or whatever, when you ask me, that would be your last comment. When you ask me you are South Sudanese, it is because you don't know who I am. It is because you don't know who I am. I'm the one from those who fought harder from 83 up to now that will never even betray South Sudan to bring the different country to come and invade any certain tribe within South Sudan. I'm from Nuer. Do you think that Nuer are not South Sudanese? Your question does not even make sense. But you're already out of it. We are Nuer and we will never betray South Sudan and then to bring certain tribe to come and kill any certain tribe within South Sudan. We love South Sudanese. We love South Sudanese, unless if we get tired to all this bullshit. We try to convene. We try to for life. Our people was already hand on like an animal within the country called South Sudan. On December 15, our people was hand on as an animal. And they are South Sudanese. They are the people who fought us as South Sudanese. And you come and ask me, are you South Sudanese? Are you serious? Come on. I don't think I can talk to coward people like those of Salva Kiir who try to bring Arab, who destroy them to the maximum. Salva Kiir is a coward by himself. That's why the man tried to cover himself with a lot of trash. Salva Kiir is a coward. The man is a coward from day one up to today, nowadays. When you see Salva Kiir try to bring those who never fought in front line with South Sudanese, like those of Tutkal Galwal, try to get more priority rather than the people who fought. What do you think that person? That person is a fucking coward. Excuse my language. That person is a fucking real idiot Denka power. And I will consider all the Denka are fucking cowards. Because they don't need to correct their idiot. Because when all the community, most of them born to be an idiot, all of them will act idiotly. When all the community born idiot, all of them, they will act idiotly. They will act stupidly. They will act cowardly. They will act without asking themselves why we do this. Why we do this to the rest of the people of the country. Among my words, you will face the consequences one day when the time already realized to come. And then when they know that there will be more and more insisted from the tribe that call Nuer, because what holds the South Sudan now, what holds the South Sudan to call South Sudan are Nuer. They hold that country forward from the ground up to the top, not to fall off. And when it fall over, when they try to release that root, and they say that, fuck it, let it fall, South Sudan will fall over. South Sudan will fall over. Our main extreme brother who love all the South Sudanese, the father of the country, Dr. Riek Machar, is still insisted nowadays, let us go forward. Let us forget what the coward did to you. Let us go forward. Let us forget the coward back. Coward will always remain back as a coward. Coward will never be on the top. Coward never be on the top. Coward will try more and more and more and more, insisted to cover himself with the different people within different certain country, and coward never be the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to say, or let me go back to my topic, but I'm trying to talk about the coward that calling JCE, Young Council of Elders. Now they keep silent. They're trying to destroy the country silently. Because when they're trying to raise their voice, they thought that somebody is going to listen to them. Somebody is going to listen to hold their life. Somebody is going to listen to hold their nonsense activities that they try to do within South Sudan, because they're doing the daily activities that any human being will never do within South Sudan. Young Council of Elders are doing the daily activities that any human being will never do within their own country. With the name of Jung is not the name of the country. It is only the name of Jung, not the name of the country. But let me give you this. Make sure that if you are from Upper Nile, make sure that if you are from Upper Nile and the people of Warab, where Salva Kiir came from, misleading you, make sure that you the one who will face the consequences first before we get into Salva Kiir. You cannot ally yourself from your own territory where you can solve your whole problem. Your own problem with your whole brother that live with you within that territory within Upper Nile. Look at what the governor of Upper Nile is doing now. The best man on earth that know that people of Apanal or the people of Apanal, I have to face the challenge. I have to convene the challenge. I have to go wherever each and individual of Apanal is at. That's what the new governor of Apanal is doing right now. The men know that Apanal will never be changed to be Bargazal. Never. Apanal will never be changed to be Gogrial. Never. It will remain as Apanal. That's whereby now the son of Apanal is working day and night to serve the people of Apanal, to serve the interests of the people of Apanal. And if JC is serving the interest of Balgarzan, of Warab, of wherever, make sure that if you serve that kind of interest, there will be a person that will come and serve the interest of Apanal like the governor of Apanal is doing right now. If we try to mislead ourselves, there is a head of IO that try to serve the whole South Sudanese. The man, all his agenda is to serve the whole South Sudanese. The man does not have any hatred with anybody. The man does not have any concern with anybody. But now people try to run out from that person. That man called Dr. Ringmachar trying to serve all the interests of each and individual of South Sudanese. That's what the man is doing from day one up to now. The man called for independence, for referendum of South Sudan, and we achieve it. And the man is still insisted, and we will still achieve it. And if we don't follow that person, if we don't follow Dr. Machar, make sure that when South Sudan mess up, when Machar say, I'm done, I don't want anything, I don't want to convene anybody. If South Sudanese does not even want to convene themselves, we are all South Sudanese. If that man left the seat that he has right now, put your own finger under your own butt to hold what is coming out from the middle of your butt. When that man left that seat and say, I'm tired and sick of trying to convene whole South Sudanese, please, if you are against Nuer, put your hand between your own two butts to hold what is coming out from it, because the man will get tired. Nobody will never say that I'm not going to be tired. The man will get tired one day. That man is not a coward. That man is a resilient of the country that try to protect that country. Beaucoup beneye yen di koni chalke nuri. Wuni nuri. Sometime in Kenya I try to get never give up. Because gari yen chia de la nature la wu ta take ma gwiyene maybe I may chara take a dun for your own life, for your kid life, for your land life. Forget about the rest. Garne til guano baradian old in baradian cholocon, a lap of point kel, kalap of lois kel, cut taco ken land or kelo. Garian ga lo dun yen before a longer conne economy with again who Wayne women are a day. Canadian Bella, and Chabella got in corn in and chose Chiller, Yanaka di Alcabe repeat, and O got you corn in chose to Qualand and Qualagang Kenetame, Chabella. Bearna Kone China will go and talk. China, you know, life of human is generated. China, you know, life of the country. China learned in your own country. Min gangatin ganganangatin. But take a tank on. Take a power 30 na doran kan po we to ke na jaba jam ka ci ga ci ka territory ni ta tila po yang malaska tararan and I'm get tired of tikonin and I want tikonin dolke doran ja kwala ro doran ko cha guru no bo detail an ma jigi wurs an kenya jeng me barar kaba ba gwach ko ne gan wore ma lar je no ara minane min ga ka ko na ran maradan. What do you think minane de like that? I believe I can exit. Take a way to exit. Coming back with at this time Bulma Bibina, I believe din wore dial malura de ka isolate ka community kon ne de kon to God wore. Especially did to US, partly did to Africa. Did to Canada, partly did to Africa. Did to Australia, partly did to Africa. Could this Africa can a corner tame? Biran Lutil may enjoy come or take a con. But take on a better. Teya which are an open tarpuka, and you been a tame, Maya which I am about Dola Gan or the corner Chalogi and Caloy, but not judging out he marker upon. Cheratag, for example, Yeraminan and Laka Burn Tame. Dolly say what's in Kenya Jing, be a you would do it, but now Johnny Titania got a con. Darmasha Puria Raya wood to Coniana got a ke. Nay Titania got a kettle. Malakwana door, Lakwana goika door, a can quantity be a match, a lao can quantity dinner goika door dinner lar. Ramadong ya goika door de lar. Especially dinura, I'm tired, okay. I'm tired, could dinura nowadays, to be honest, Kachaka be respect, can long run my bina. Kobuan and you got what to call what you quagga European, Kobe the Manikian, to call in Nana guide door, and I will Kirka Kanakarana Bob, can Lord go by way about Duncan. Be did, but you bear could upon a got to con keys, but now with your moody. But now with your conatana got cake. Conyana Queen cake. Chanaman a cake. I'm not another dinner good dinner, a boogle, Kalagazado. Dinner la boogle job at in when Obila wouldn't worm or tin worm. Ken and Tadaro to Juck along. Chilaran, Ray, we must jiggy and will be jickabar, didn't knock a native con. A young Tenaga do, Kagat, Benny, shut up. Shut up, Chudabinuria. Gadu Mimo Gadu young Taylor got a wood, but my shut up. Nyadu Gadu Matega got a bar, you need to all be shut up. And imagine a Larka corner, the same word to con, genetic Daniel Jerkin, the same word to con and Tamatika con, Canadian Hakon, again the same word to con. Tewa, torture than Wawi bed can Kelka Woodjung. Can all these characteristics can work a thing. But Kakonko cannot rule some again. Please, a Gilliaber, children worry, children at all. Makane, Jena point and con worry, Makani Noor, Mana or Mijinada, one magic at all, catch a well, Bunny, get the hell out, or Bunny go Ramadena. Mabane Luno, demand and have a Gore Ramabiana, Kedabekuna, you know, bad place, and Ojin, Makini Shonka, the Chimori like that bay a cake. Karakon run then la win community malarke boom old word de la win corner run. Can you la we con take her? I mean you take her. I mean you con no. Get her. I mean you con tenor corner rimney corner young done. And can you make majority so ide larke community dan my answer is no real dan yete karam nyinyi kon real dan ten ho kon jin ma yaran ka ga no ran wuju la ri do mu do binana mai chingu tem ma wurju na wa chuni ba da kuma larka yake ne da konin tile chura wa ko guru ba la yake jin pointu macha we ba rana ba da dora ga nura ka teme chinku mu na je wa chuni mo biya ba je ta mi larka ga nura ya la raken gar kon gar kon ne ta la wote la ramu ku kon kan ginu ramu ku kon do ri kal ga so Sudan tele anta malala obenan ti kon nan pori ti kon la o ken gar kene ne chupka 10 year anta malarga jeno mo gwel ko no ngu bana balin ne ba lan ko ta dab kon til kon istem dong mo de na kwai ko til ga nuna min la je ga ton kon long til ga nuna tele ene right ma jide roye a community je ngar ke ngar mo right ma jide roy ko jin ma yin karam ke ma ji wuri nan yi luru dor ma je pat ka wuri nan min ji dor mani dor che mani ke chen gwani ma che pat ka bi bo roy ke wuri der mi gal ke mu an ke nya jin ta ma cha na lara ka US ba na ngoro dan de ne ngoro dan shi tile ramade wuli ka community dan ko jin yalu na kon dare mo yana guru bandan kon dore la ka meni nye kon gare je bala kon dor ma la tile gwal ma de bala tin tam de bala no community jala ko ga ne je kan lide and then bi garu liu kana man kon dora ni nyeri to nye kon kon wuli ko ja kwa ka tiran nye dang raw ma cha lu kan bi ka roi and then because right na group din na na shabi guru ba la rama dongo ken anyero bi ko woma tuga yende ni mo ba din guru ba la ro kwa la wa de kin wo gang tin bi wutin bi ko pm tin mo wi ko pm baro di ri am tongo mo wa din wo ri am ayo mo wi ko ndun chen tele ram bi berier jani na ni ya wala da do ara ngu mo yala kar community dan ke je na ka day one community mala kwa drug jala pa diga drug jala ba mu ke mai ba ka ju ya na ke ko kana da community no kon goro banda la to kon ura distance kana da community ni tin kon gere community dan ko community dong le reje we je guru no be wona na enemy community dan be je we ka jala na kuna da right jere ma very important tame we ka jala be jala jo moye ka mai ba wuye be che mar be wato ne ngolien da ko tin man kana wan ke to ka jala jana ya nyo to ka wuri janga ta ba nyo to ka wuri janga gang janga che mori that community mun yana jan tele magoro tin tai tele diel magoro long community community dan ma ya kon cha tin ko ka we ka wurjanga chame jo wurjanga moye ka mai ba che mari ba ka wona ko ne we nani la we mo wurjanga kon kana ne governor bita pana le nani yukule ben kana dol kon chame to ga ta de loina de te ke gorga ke no ndol kon kene governor bita panal na garin yal ke udo gorga ke no ladim de ka wi ko lar ke important thing ken ko tin jal ke ken ka gos ne ni ko ni jada ka apanal ndol kon kene wuri jal ke udo mi mo wutade nan tam tin jal ke gos apanal kama jigi ga nuore bita panal ji na were jani ba jangu jo ne che mare ba kon bin ko bi bala ne ku ka ci wuri janga nene tama makwele jiya na ke we nuri wo konbin ka ci wuri janga nene tama makwele jiya na ke we janken we wo konbin medan e larka an jara ga je medan ke jo am intelligent enough we ga na ro me to me dan bi ne don wan bi ga bara te lar ka je no jang dia le ko ne ya dia thora ki ko we ayu bi ba jal ka na ke motori ani chai ba ne ta me cha ba lu ko ken pelli ko ne ya lar we don't even know them ngai se intelligent cha ga pora ngai charan ba pelli ko ne ya lar ayu me we yen we atin bi aje we no nga je we election je we accepted yen ba ko ngai ko yen o we an to mi we aje we no nga ayu me mo we election mo we accepted ne yen ba ko je guarantee no bi ala ne me yi ayu me dir mi jalke che lu no bi na wo ka election ma ba ku le play nan tam where are the people le ko ne la ko na ke ne ke ji ayu ka jang ani yi ji na kan dia because in a big mobilization ko ayu ma ka ka gur ma jalke riyo ma cherma mo the man intelligent enough ka ta ga ta intelligent ni ba ta ga la score ko mu ye jang ma lar to an jang mo ma ye lar to jang de liu ke ne je to be honest chana ndander kai jang ngun tu ko ma ye de liu ke ne je la so Sudanese ban jang ngun ka ye ma ye chumne ni changa de we na ka ji mo yere changa wa na ka riyo ma cher ani ya yo ra nen yu dawa tu dum ye jen ko kon yin kon la na ka la intelligent yu ja bane ga la ne ordinary person and ordinary people jang na ngur je no bi misli na changa go ka no ba riyo ma cher ba na ka jube chu wuri ya le dawa tu dum yero ra le ni yon wale me ya jo che mani kuro diglir era che chu ka te na da ba je na yero diglir che ku yo riyo ma cher ba je ni am de nyo. Those are the things they call in Jinmate we do like a Nuora because on realize this human being which all young meet with them. Koramapol with the Ramadid with the Ela Dene. Majigi young Ramapol, we make ye cover South Sudan Kaliam and German. Make ye South Sudan cover Kaliam within South Sudan. There young Ramogen with the dealer Kekuye. Connection bank government and they would by themselves. They ready and Lumak and worry. They were gary con Kuma than my Moika. Can you come with young Jadam and calculate in the yellow? A police could limit. Come on, wouldn't worry that were wouldn't Kuma and I wouldn't have Kuma than two Jabana Boarbana Latin. And I'm a yearly Mucheramo, did a Moika Masava Macadon, Louis Wicher room. And take a day like you made and take a real down road you know or you're so Sudan. Say your real to know a should I say weiro. Unica mar titilar ke wurjang to set up till I say we want to come young naka during Woody Yalla John Garan. I take I say we murder or may take a Malogan in the Jinubin. Come here, Ben, tell me what happened. At the Condi Alarka said, I'm me. Be a beginning and Gareda and which more got Wurmi Chagaba Longa one. Why you lying to people? Bina your Labam Malum Junior. Why you lying to people? Santa Maya Lara Labaki Dan Junior. I guess another clear. Another clear car, I'm more intelligent and no being you. Who's Junior? Ma senior gwara janye kule me che kule da vajen senior and kwala bala junior and kule bai benejet. There is a difference between senior and junior. Chere tag nani laba bad laba gor yana demor la larga je dino ngago ko ini jin. Aka kon wuni kon we nor I don't think a chum dana bele dit karo dana long and chumda de dit ka gati kon ngoro ba we nor ba kafugan. Kon machane desire no bana we nor bana curve is special ka young people and lo charama delay go anymore. Korama ramachi dit. Maji chupka port mati wit. Kakene realize and mo wa chupka ka dear me yalka 60. Mo wa chupka 65 la retirement. and community member ida wala mo wala diet belangen community me ramichi reala in how we need con tell we need con bane step bane point we have to change something con community dan tell con need con in one ala ngud tan ke long run gorno bane communicate ke wajami dan kon tell wajami dan jeni chia gwandan chia mandan ke chia gadan ke chia everything ka wai malara ya bana communicate ka gor ka macam geken nan ke je ya de lara gor ka dama ai ko longa je ba dama ai din ba ra du ba na ken ba dai mai ni ken nan ba mai din ba pi ken han lara je no gor ka macam geken an lara je no te ke strategy to gor ke te de lo no ke nuor me ya lara nuor ka ngwane an kinye jin ko we dan ko je destroy nuor ka kel karode je ne ngaji ne je min te wida ti le nuor ka ngwan ma ngaji ana gati kon wuni location ni kon ti kon location and unity state location and ray local location you can your location and pangaga location katila mode kon pen worker can location it yento ko those are a location jikati de jitin chalka en wori gen mate ga mugur ne o bana wu nyin kon chana ka bilara no ba lel bi gat kon bi ka jal goli otherwise gorne strategy mo go aga long right take her down coming go ambana la right take her down Mr. Sam garma yante ko ni lari tega media ma yikule nen kwa chala intine wuni yale go kwiroi ba ben wande ba nyin ku play sama yana antie de melen ko jenda nuori jin yibi jena gati ti mela banji gat pin ru nene jinta me an jilora dial cara dien wo dol ka der mi jol ka chew dun ne kon chala de jilora na tut kiere kon chala ke jilora an kinye jen chala ke jilora ko gon lora we gon lar kana lortin jinnu wi gorgal kuira chinen chi wuri jal ke jon kong yetre jon kong nan chera me de trere nyura de trere me kuimin dare ko te video mi bara me ye wuri jal ke sama yan me ye no ko kong rama sigre ni nuor de kon bega kit jin yi sigre ni nuor yi de me kit to don wi mo wi jen ka nuori we na wi jote go kuira ma la to bi ngai ba isa la o de go kuira ko jeni jo yete dite goro bana eliminate ka community dan kon ne irin tarke tin te la wo lar ka jeno we nora bala we nora go kwira ram kere idin ko jen majirimin la gola ne iri kon ngai ga min lar keken ba ga nora ran sibini kun bi a gurne ne iri kon in masakin a jirana la wo che gurno be sibi ana be gur go kwira jo ine la woro yike jon ko ngala wo ngami togdu na ba diel ga ji wurna ndir diel ga je wurna na ran ko wurna na pori na ga rema cher diri nang ko rema cher ram kel ga ne de rema cher woro kana wurna ko yen majirimin tito majirimin kan wori la ramo mo miskin ni kule wuti wich la biya wo ja ka bikin go kwira la binga labi dir ka ditin kono la rano we nuora charo ay dendeling berara run ka choda ba sibiru be noro arbaling min rabi chebele sibiru mi ladina ka lebdu kon jala no ngone ko ne baba pule ne dir mi jal ka adiu tele jaka ka my technology tele jaka no bi pule na adiu and this may decide no pule ne ma kamera da mai go John Kong Chiang Wujan again. Could you any Uberar again or you be a cello no, it should be a winnie to go in to talk winnie to go and let a waker, a be a destroy a yen yaga, tell Malacha yaga. Dora could door yaga dog, why yaga the other wear a weapon. Nan Dora mean Dora Cone yaga dog, Kune yagake, Kune Jaco Bine Larke, 10 years, where Ruby for. Chide kuda wuni to ya daf we madon kanwar ka biya ka bajaka ka yiga na an way nen diro ya lonka ku wuri min yalka John Kong tana gari tin ne yeno nyo ha attack en wuri nani le nana nyinke doga nwore nyo attack si biru be nora ginderi interest nwore de en ko wi ko lek gen ya si biru ya ko zigen ken la ko ke te ko ne yilat me wo dor yale ki gong me wera nyin ku te ko ne yilat ya go yiken ginder ka yikol ko deri wunti taw wuni ko ne yikas deri ka betre go ku ira la bram kel ne ko ne mention ka dinwora no de karar for good me yala tut kier yakulat kiro re kier kondori ne ga day one ki de melek dit ka kondori yen yedite to yen ngai rodun be la condition ko te ga wunta la bar big exit kuma na jeng larke bi bet ka bedwa yang ne ne jeba muci luwe ka dog duling bi exit ana wur mate guden guro ma yamba ku waka nyene yene de kono te gwich ano ate joni thank you yene de kono te gwich ka yene de kono yibaliang te ma play baku waka election chena minen David yaw chia ja welcome yene in kon the same thing again way na in de la kondia but way down me kon wuni gore las cho ja bine dia bi ga toy kele di la ngumuni la kartuini win mo tine dia la toy kele la kartuini yene kon te midwest la nga yame la wa kan yini kon mo wa ga ya wo ko che te ga nuore mo wa ka wo nuore nan goro bi protect ne jin ko adu na loidu bi kamra la jin ko nak la loidu yen mi dur me yo ko nuore te ga ne de luore din de ga la liu ga liya ma te le mo lokana kam most of you ba nga ke no who am I chi tabali ang na ka media jin gare mo ba bi nga no protection nuora is very important. Be nice to your own self. Ja no ru ramago ko bi nuori bi kulo tedi bi wote ka tedi again la ka guni yal ka rema charo jin ba your own self ja no ru ramago ko the rest we ni to kono yana bentin special mi jibin ka diyar mi yal ka Canada jibin ka Australia jibin ka ja no ru ramago ka protection ka community na ne tedi ko da more ma labira ma go abi ti konin kwa achieve ne ti konin to jigwe bika achieve mu bika wa achieve bika jalga jika yin ku meniku wi ga ni ke more yu ga ne we na min chin yin ga jiga achieve nan jin ma labi ga nuora chaje bilar ye detail jin ma labi ga nuora make sure that no labi ga nuora to be protect the community down. We know that in we are in term liu gar liu chip liu but mi chiro ri ala kanere yeni ku and I can serve mateke 6 a chire uchi ga te de one to de serve again whereby nan biro ri ala ka ke chi biro ala ro ka ke division majalajen ke ji wura garma ri ala ro ka ke ne jento kan ngi jen wurin chal ka riyo ma char akain ko ne charo ri ala ka ke and tame de ring ne na ka je chi de ring ne jen kana mate ri to kan ju mina ta de ring ne na ka je and instead no de ring ne jen kana tele je ko ken en ga ti ko ne te ke ngai sami lar ke ken an mo kwa work election take an 8 young chicken they don't even want to talk about it. They don't even want to can be go into detail and woman day election they pay over workers for Sudan. Medan, I believe there was a misinterpreter comedian ikon a large genetic UN United Nations me mat ko gala bina work election. United Nations jeleke condition nike and want to talk can fulfill there is no election. And civil society, including third party, because of Sudan, take a term can fulfill, there will be no election. And here point there, there is a due date, presidency, the minan take again. Mangaika many are dark at the other than naked dial, many no gumbo much no, and a man will expert con chakabitaka this seat anymore. Either by no Ramadan. Maybe a check over Kobina worker the real election. Like a year candia. Teramuquije. Okay, can among like a year candia, Cateramuquije. So, Mimbicula disaster could you and who co chalar AIU can till the election and bigger with it. Election done take a native way again. There you target and me like an election a Gary Yalke, a Bobby wine can a wooden Yalke Masabeni. No, it's not that. Chuja be a non Kenyan way, me, you know. Bobby wine till a military. Because sometimes most people look on and they do the comparison, and then after that, and then Kalas. Unknown they do the comparison, and then after that, and then because who work Kalas Bill and give up. Cause solution in Nigeria always make you give up. You go in 1, 2, 3. Canadian toy is smart enough. But Biramanin more resilient. Mila Chalka the Todana Mogun Cocatin. La Guayne Yaramon Gun Cocatin, the wrong person, but I'm going Cocatin, and the resilient person in our code. Much corner, many corn, and no. A time of year, but you wrote about Kafka post to corn in Larka Ramagur. But you summer, but you winter. Can you can win Katodu because the entity here Amagana, Sondi and Coach Akawalar Kasumado. Can you generate a much other you market or the Kamai? Kakon, they are no Kadori Chalke Ginu. Ginu Chuja take a nature be a guis in Janadin Kong. Sheramatema bang a chicken rather than I own until we shall carry a maturity. And Baka Pulay, and then Biramarka don't terrier, Buck on Queen and Lady Corn Material, Commaterial Material, and then Baka Pulay. And then Bower Rice. Co, I believe, Take way, I would check John along, Carai, come make Caraya, and Chaja Guru, nobody, it's a you to Baka mention, Kawachaka and they'll get the way Nani Chaka and they'll get again in an penna no babar. Media me makanan ne no chi ayu che chu wikwam ke chi ayu cha for good cha jepat ko ta ge two choice makanga for ran la nyin ko ne run ke ne for ka bagi ba ye ne tele ka my entire life an ba ngwani ba ka play mi cha la re United Nations in an kule da do chal ka so Sudan ba ka play an gwa chop ka dio kana billion tin kaba ta kongba ba play ba muguri right in bi right an kenya jan Okay, ramaguru no balush. Ramagwija ba la o cha juer. Malabi jang mi juer ba maguru bi bere ba pali rodu pin. Ngache we imbala rejo. Mi chi juer ba pali rodu pin. Otherwise we wo kai ni al mana la bi gorika kane ni kono moy no rikare. Ano. Mi ba pule janen. Ka election. Kenyam. Okay, hold on. Chara machi ajore chailing. I believe that much yelling yo moyaka years, but it seems jaka my speaker no ke donki ajore chailing. Let me go to my speaker to see. All right, it's not there. Just give me a second. Let me fix it.
Envisage free, fair and credible elections in December 2024 unless all
South Sudanese parties, leaders and stakeholders have until the first quarter of 2024 to agree on critical decisions if they are willing to hold free, fair and credible elections on schedule, the head of the UN mission said in Wau Thursday.
It would be impossible to envisage free, fair and credible elections in December 2024 unless all South Sudanese parties, leaders and stakeholders grab the bull by the horns and agree on a critical mass of decisions by the first quarter of 2024.
If Haysom welcomed the reconstitution of key electoral bodies such as the National Elections Commission, he said they needed to be urgently resourced and operationalized to execute their mandates.
Let me underscore that elections are not a one-day event, but a process that incorporates deliberate and thoughtful decisions before, during and after the polls. All these processes must have the full buy-in and support of the South Sudanese, and especially in the case of a country emerging from divisive conflict.
South Sudan became independent in 2011. After a peace deal in 2018 ended the civil war, elections were due to be held in February this year. However, the government of national unity failed to meet.
I believe that Tankun Chakaji, Jin Majin Royana Larkayam, GU and Kota Yala, no, GU and a Chunka Kelkaki. So, no, a United Nations by itself. Then you chunkel wuri yalke ki. Ano. Dere kan ngache no aglang ni kien ke kume kier. Na me be kier be dorin chalke New York. Bana be joguru be exit. Be wakaracha. So what happened at that time? Poor US ken ke je ken e wuri chalke ki. Second to this,
The electoral body says it's ready to organize the country's first ever elections, scheduled for December this year. The National Election Commission officially commenced its work on Monday. CGTN's Patrick Oyet reports from Juba.
South Sudan's electoral body has 11 months to organize the country's first election since it gained independence 12 years ago. The commission is expected to conduct civic education, register voters, designate constituencies and polling stations.
We are a nation. Once we are a nation, we are capable to take our own decisions and implement them. The government has taken a decision that election must run. They will generate or they will collect revenue to run the elections.
But all this comes at a time when the government says it has no money, civil servants have not been paid for 3 months, Juba residents we spoke to said there is a lot of work to be done ahead of the proposed December 2024 date.
The Electoral Commission needs to do more, or needs to have an extension date on to hold the election, rather than just holding it all of a sudden abrupt without even teaching people what election is to be made. The media doesn't know what is going on. It's just from the body telling us there is election, but we don't know election.
The reason why I think it must happen, one, is because we need to legitimize this government. Decision making has been a problem for this country. You see, we have five vice presidents, and you need to ask each and every vice president before you can decide. You know, all these factors, when we have an election and there is a sitting government in place, all these lengthy decision-making procedures will not be there. And we'll have the president with all the powers to make decisions like a real president.
Okay, those two guys, they are the South Sudanese citizens. And then one says that the election cannot be held for more certain reason. The one that said that the election is going to be held, it is because there is more than 5 vice presidents within South Sudan. The president of the country that calls himself is a president does not even act like a president. It acts like a JCE president. So those are the options that South Sudanese will rally on it. Because those who say that those are the people who are tired. But being a tired, you don't even know when you are tired, you don't even know, okay, the reputation will still keep continue. And when you exhaust it, what will be your solution? They get tired and think, okay, they think that, you know, to move JCE would be easy. Because they did not even state that it is not an easy task to move reason in there yes. Keta menonga Uganda ni me yaka nong South Sudan. God kone cha jako be a unified force. Garnyimar tama ya wayana jika wayan naka mashakil bitadi rami yalka warap kana biye. And I don't let the unified force or yaka nang karakan yantana. Ano. The first time and ba dirami yala Uganda no, the second day baka chalka dirami yalka medan ko run bana tamam. The more and tamam bien be yalar, the next day you are moving a much a garment yanen and through a car be kojan curve dirami yalka. And unified force will be way down. Gorka by encourage within the city. Kawobi dirami yalka Uganda but could operate within city. Come ahead and kwangi kawoka and a bigger line by way. And then by Serbican. And tell me that I know God con Taya Nangakan Taya Laska Unified Post Sang and a can have ye nowadays, my right corner. Chakanang look 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. Chakaramanga, Kaya Corner, Kuraika media, in the media. But to go to detail like Garnimar and will be served that year Garnimar. Yes, Jin and Tama, okay, my Akutoli is or be a limo. So if you do Teddy. Young John did make Waka Grid, make Waka Jaco, Baga Krajuka, and O Kabinaji Baker, Mamma, this two Magawa, Medere, Wooding, Shalka Riomacher, there a Jaco be appreciating. Chalara can GIO no either but a young dandy. But a young down won't do it, and then but a Nori down will one. But a Nori down won't do it, and then but a young down will one. me ye nyo ti ye jo ga nya mar ne jen la de da ne la ke yen ya cha nyo che chong mo dong ki che we ne jen the same and ne ka tin ko be ye jo ke ko ngi ni jen ngo ko jin bi deal ke karandu ke safety de kibiro ai jin char a chi ngu ke chi ngu community di sim bi deal ke safety de muti garantin te garama kana ne link ne iti kone la ne ani bin ka media ko kan bin for a month right now tin rambi larba no gat kone te ne ya nan ka juba ka jun pai ko le kon ta man ke ne ya ga na ka wara cha unity te cha gam min liuna tin 24/7 tin rama ya wala tin but ko liu jang 24/7 cha ka hu de guri yar ga kire ke la ngai din cha ka moye mai te lare ma ko ilwe de ye ba ga gardu de tong ata ma ya kula moye mai ma ko ilwe do anto dia lo tira mangai ke ka ne ko la ne na begra ne ko ne tama cha ka nang dor chal ke ka ma bi ke ne jang ko ne nyin tam gad kon ke ne tin cha Uganda ya gwal dir min yal ke city of South Sudan ba Uganda ba ba deploy wurin chal ke bulmen ke you dar yal South Sudan ke you na South Sudan economy is bad economy is not bad in South Sudan JCE with their own goddamn president Salva Kiir are the best destroyer to Kona South Sudan kwa American. How can we deny the Kong? Which they are not South Sudanese because deploy ke you bita South Sudan can look at South Sudan and because deploy ke you bita South Sudan. How come? Ne jiba jira mana la jiji lo kana Kiir ke ne JCE de jim jigi la de repeal no malar ke South Sudan sile yo ka ba Uganda. More than that number of dirami yalke ne de ko ne larke de unify ba ka nong dorin yalke so Sudan ko ba ka be pay kir ko ji kuma Uganda ne bika pay ko the time ya ka nong the time economic and 100 and tamare ne la ga ka medan ka me la no ga nya ko ka truck down to diallo and 100 and tamare US dollar je woka 26,000 dorin yalke so Sudan. And people is still insisting. Larga Jeremy Larga Wuri Yarga Salva Kiir is still good. Salva Kiir ma we dorin Yarga Congo, ma we na with Yoka Congo. And order dorin Yarga Congo they take peace, cause of Sudan still a peace. How come? Ma de South Sudan they see peace. Ma de Latina Salva Kiir yakula kwa be ahead of you guys. Kawai ji dorin Yarga Congo where we do the peace. Development. South Sudan have no development. South Sudan have no peace. South Sudan never even complete the 2018 peace agreement that in Yakula Sanya wouldn't Yalka Salva Kiir. This is what Salva Kiir say during Yalka Congo.
In Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo with his Congolese counterpart Felix Tshisekedi. The leaders called for the strengthening of two peace initiatives introduced in 2022 to resolve the ongoing conflict. The South Sudanese president is in the DRC as the chairman of the 8-nation East African Community Regional Bloc.
We will work hard so that we stop war in the Eastern Congo, and by stopping war, you bring in the development.
Last month, he visited Burundi and Rwanda to try and calm tensions.
Asel pakir magure jeno bedira min yalke akur Congo be kapchong. Kakin ne kur dar yalke so Sudan ke ne kapchong. What make him to be legitimate no be bedira min yalke war bita Congo be kapchong. God Congo kaman larka je nika lushkin yang kana larja physically ba yo te we to take a kur. First of all, Kir may assign, South Sudan, East Africa, they can loot from it because the man already sit on presidency. Maybe the one now may regard Kerun. Furthermore, anything within South Sudan, clear. I don't even know how South Sudanese are going to understand their own problem. Chalara Minister of Finance, Mekwala Wush, Chalara oil of 2027, Tagaramaya Tanje, oil of 2028, Tagaramaya Tanje, and Ramobina would be no more Wush, Kedamba, the Wujinaka 2029, K2010. And people, they keep saying there is no oil. The oil is flow. There is a people laying in Yaka already. Chakacham. Because of oil. Because me nakon kon nuri, oil into Doran. Till the madong manakon, ko wurjang madar, wurmadar. And oil into Doran, a young Yapon Wale, wurjang cannot even care about it. Yan mujije lao endira me yalka 1 barrel. Nunga 20 million. Only one. From 2011, mujige calculated on 1 barrel. And nunga 2 million from 2001. Kayodan dikel. People are dying day and night during South Sudan. That man is running the interest go be young, by all means. That's the interest and run ko bakula beg up a nature dialogue. East Africa, Namake South Sudan, making in a berar. Till ambassador. Can't tell me how ambassador. East Africa a country by itself. And East Africa looter. A country by itself. Come ambassador. What that's supposed to mean? Mugwiko reality. It means that there is a people, there's a certain people which are, they can loot South Sudan into the maximum. East Africa no mekana independent and mekana energy 1 million as a South Sudanese no take much ambassador of East Africa. But may also Sudan may anonial East Africa ya mo ambassador. Ka ambassador muku report then who South Sudanese take their own ambassador take wako report them anywhere on Earth. Ethiopia take let me go to Burundi take a native wako report them on Earth. And Congo take a native wako report them anywhere else. Where it came from and over to East Africa ambassador. And who is responsible for that ambassador? And who is being represented by that ambassador? He represents the looter. That ambassador you ko be looter be ka kulo cover. Benedin kong be kulo you to cover looter East Africa chade chole East Africa ba ambassador. Any country take an ambassador. Yan mu yaje ka wayna nin kwa dorin shalka so Sudan kwa destroy kater janga yani kwa destroy into the maximum mana o gur janga ramu bilit pilakir. Bina jote ka majal ambassador bita East Africa. Ngam ko represent Ethiopia take jike. And dear me yalke South Sudan take a jike, Uganda take a jike, ni take a jike, Kabana you take a East Africa military ambassador. Can that ambassador can show up car pair bita East Africa? kwere te wini ka kwere la hiding wini ka kwere ngani kene te kwere for den ko ambassador ramu report den we kwere report den you got ka kwere report den is Africa because this you got need to be destroyed, need to be just been eliminated during East Africa because this you got is the one who gives Museveni a wing. Because even if they don't even complain about your Museveni, they try to destroy East Africa. Who are they? Who are they? How do they call themselves East Africa? Without preventing all activities, all deaths and everything that are going on within East Africa. Ambassador of East Africa, May Anwarina, and then I was the witness. Never. Terami me banana laba ambassador of East Africa, may she did me yalka Ethiopia, may you can I represent the East Africa. Tegarami bebera arka Congo to manyinkamo. Wo banana ambassador of Congo ya kwanye Congolese, ya kwanye ken again more ambassador in ba duna ba linken. Where did ko jen ndorin chalke East Africa? There is a take a criminal list to go again ba ja ka dir min yalke appeal of war. Ko East Africa mate ka ambassador and which I wouldn't yalga Museveni condemn. Museveni take his military anywhere. Any coward, okay, I'm a coward, I need your help. Like the way Salva Kiir does. I'm a coward, okay, Museveni, I need your help. Can you help me out? Rajil will be good, okay, and a basar. Begin Marabitai. Salva Kiir will be good, Rajil. Damar al Museveni. Mare hafili bita yuare Museveni. Who be good Rajilu في South Sudan. أي حاجة حصل بتصل لراجله بيقول له يا راجلي أنا في الحالة صعب. ممكن نجي لصارني. راجله بيقوم بقرونه. مرة بتاعي لازم يموت. سلفري بيقولوا راجل أصله بيقولوا ده إنسان بيقولوا راجل في الجنوب. لو قام شال كتة وجهه دين أجاك ما كلا وده drop. That's why the man is just ruling the country in begin to Rajil Hagu. The ORF you can even see Salva Kiir laugh at 24/7. The man cannot even take 2 months. Man ma bak the Rian Yagot Junub just be 2 months. The Rajil Ita loma got a footage for Rujale. Selpaki loma got a footage for Rujalu. Inu Rajil Bitaimuno. El Bigum Bisani Bugro. Lo Miskela Bitaida Pages. So my 2 months. The man cannot take 2 months within South Sudan. Bugro is Africa. Bugro debate. Bugro somewhere Helen. Who got a footage for Junub? Ule Rujal Lum, Gadin Yakum, El country without those who are leading their country, why they don't even move 24/7. Museveni fil country without, Abi fil Bedu. Those are our neighbors. A years old within the same his own country. Pizol Bichil like I guess Bichil Tamania Shur Bichil Sana Kamil. Ma bigum fil ajada. Salva Kiir laugh 24/7. Damara wala da rajil yaw beliefs later. Mara lo fat lo khasha fi safar. and then tama ya minagi inu mashi fata shaalu zura wajaten lo tama zaman katir lo fakir في الراجل وما بيكون برجع بيقول خلاص انا بيجي بيشيل ذره ده بعد الايام خلينا نرجع في البيت. The same thing, that's what Salva Kiir is doing. Na ku gani to biga wasa biga mashi bekren راجل president بتاع country ماشي ناقو تمام. طبعا العيل بيخليه بيقول ده نيك زلنا اقول لك عياته اللي بيخليه بيقول ده شنو؟ في راجل عارف نفسه راجل لو بقى عجوز بيقول قدام الناس ناقو قنيته بقى فاسع ما بقدر انه يوقف البول. يا اخي انتوا الناس الجنسية والدينكا بتاعكم دي انتوا تتكلم انتوا رجال زي الرجال جنكم ناقو عشان انه يقرب الجنوب ناقو له دينه وتقوم تعصموه إذا president Salva Kiir بتاع دينكم يا اخي. يحزن ناقول له آياته ناس الماو ناس الولدو ماو they don't even walk like the way the man is walking. ماشي زي ده عشان شنو؟ مش عشان كربو جابته عمل نفسه bigger gay. وبيجي شنو؟ Salva Kiir بيجي شنو يعني؟ بيجي إنسان. في إنسان بيقول قدام الناس. إنسان بيقول قدام الناس في العجوز الوادة ما يشوفناه إنه بيقول قدام الناس. عجوز الوادة ما شفته عجوز بيقول كده جوا العربية ما في عجوز بيقول فيها. جوا العربية الناس ماشيين فيها ده في عجاز جواو ما في عجوز بيقول فيها. Salva Kiir نقول آياته بمشي لده بمشي بنقول ده ليلة بكرة بمشي لده بيقول ده أنا ما نكت ده هو بمشي بنقول رقبته بعد البكرة بيجي برجع في الكانتري. Salva Kiir قاعد يلف لي شنو؟ لما إنسان قاعد هناك هو بيلف بإيه؟ إنسان ما بيتم شهر في جوا الجنوب. إنسان قاعد يفتش في الجنوب. Salva Kiir بتاعكم قاعد يفتش في ليه؟ اللي لسه ما جابوا من 2012 اللي بمشي بيجيبوا في 2024 شنو؟ الجديد اللي Salva Kiir بمشي بيجيبوا في 2024 شنو؟ زول قام ليلة بكرة بيقوم بعد بكرة بيقوم. ما عنده معيد مع رجاله. Salva Kiir عنده معيد مع رجال بتاعه. الراجل أقول له قال له أنت لو ما وصلت في الزمن ده يا ولدك تشوف إنسان بيقوم هي الزمن. Salva Kiir راجل. Salva Kiir راجل. عشان شال خطوا لايسن بتاع جنوب في اليد خطوا لايسن بتاع جنوب الوادة في اليد. قال بيجي راجل قال لايسن بتاع كانتري كتب في اليدين سلموا في اليدين عمل نفسه قال الراجل قال. ما خليه يقول لي خلاص انا بقيت مرة بتاع جنوبين مرة بتاع not even جنوبين قال خلاص بقيت مرة بتاع فورنر. خليه يمشي ينيقوني في السنة ده خليه يمشي ينيقوني في الشهر الثاني ده بمشي بنيقوني. ده president You call him president. Allah president with a deal. Baga minnakum basali ta Sudani. Ohan shaglikef ma Sudani ana. Nik bitasel fakir badao min nos. Nasa nos lukan gari shakal mauda gam nik munnu badal nak batao min 2005 until 2011. Nago khalas wasa. Bigger khalas. Insan wasa uma deri nutani. Asar Uganda khashfiya gari nik 24/7. Bisar fakir mitakum da. They will go look president. No, I'll be negotiate every day. Gani to lo big and do become back to Uganda. Three. The insan al bigulu. The insan al bigulu. Insan al bigulu ya kam jinuf. Fil election intum ganta kallam fiya Khali self fakir khali jib liya insan luder jib budakida. Even the whole airport lugar yamulu ajadel it's trying to debug. Mane lu wale du fiada. Into nasal afana dead. Into nasal afana dead. Into zamma hajada ma abudak or wudak. The governor of Afanal. Khali kum nas wedin. Nas inde kumuk. Rajil al-ayo jable kumda. The rajil al-wed. Al-bikhali Afanal waqif. Ubikulu Afanal. Into khali kum waqif mao. Be gurunkum. Be yi haja indekum. The rajil ma bifaraga yazul. ده الرجل ما بيفرق يزول ده الرجل الويد الدكتور مشار جابه ده الرجل الويد الجاب لنا انه لو بقى حكم بتاع ملكان ده يا الرجل الويد انه نمشي معه وانتوا ناس البوردين انا راجيكم انتوا كلموكم ما يكون موكتين. You guys was the mastermind. Inu Nori absolute December 13. After that, Khalas are to begin as a lafanal. That's what Jock say. Into after that, Khalas begin as afanal, and I shaf the put and I shaf juice minekum got in the fertile afanal. And non afanal look katun and the pusna. Managot Yalna. Tajib al Ajaz bita Bor, Jib al Ajaz bita Low, Jib al Ajaz bita Nisam Shunada. Bita jikaj jibal ajaz bita unity state kallu nura na kallam yalla gadi ni mud pitchinu ajaz kuma lera khalas biga baarif inu afana li safana gari taktuna fil nas al bargazan basemukum nasafana al bejay. Now today how do you going to realize that? How do you going to just me jusu minnakum asara taala gara nuna nasalafana. Mood bitana nuna nasapana bitazamanda el yalna na friend del yalna remma charu jongarang de yalna jongarang lo mind rukubras aku galo okay kan na kalio na kalio na fatta sa Sudan na kalli aja da lo mind kubras wintu ma gadari ninu تخش في الحكم. جون جران الناس اللي كان بيخلي جون جران يحكم ده ناس الوين؟ ناس البرغزال ولا ناس الأبناء؟ نيون باين ده من وين؟ انتوا يا ناس البور شكل دماغكم. أنا كلامي ماشي لناس البور. خلي أنا ما كلام بتاع جونسون ولينا ما قاعد نتكلم بو. into Nasal Burda, into Makwiluet, into Kolmanyanga, into Chakal Dumakum. As a Chakal Lobada Filafanam, lo Galu, the Noor Gad, the Nun and the Hush, Filburda, Burda, after they couldn't does it. Kalimin Kalampar El Jiran, Bitaba de Jiran. El Yalum lo Shakat, Jiran Bamshile Jiran. Into Mabunun min Burda, Tamshile, Le Bargazan. Who Bargazan, Nas Binigu Janamra, Mabidikumaya Man, Danas Jabari. Just for Kirilo Nagu, Lo Binigu, Pil Malade Tanin, Inu Shani Karabel Jinuf. The Bamshi back there you would deal in as a Burma. Men will never give you nothing. Ulo ma nuna lo ma chanuna na sapana. Ukitself fakir bigger into itlaf. Mas ukitself fakir bigger into itlaf ma kirda. El machi hellu munu. Muji leng macharal wada into garden karauda. المشي هلو منو مشي هل الموضوع منو ميدر هن مشار على الموضوع إنه جنلافنا ما جونغران هذا وين انتو كلامنا بقدر نقول لكم انتو يا ناس البوردل انتو لو ناس واقفين انه ناس واقفين انه ناس العفنان. You have to communicate with Noor of law to communicate the real communication, not something easy. And when we're in a connection with anybody, and we don't even hate anybody, but if you try to outside with somebody that is far away from us and we share the same land together, make sure that tomorrow you will face the consequences. Because we cannot even convince them. And convince like, okay, these are our neighbors. We make Bur to be the city of Jonglei, and then now you try to like make something else. What about if we take it today, we take it to law? I guess they will still call it Jonglei State. Into Nasal Bordel, Lo Bora will Kanamul comment, into Majukola Majak, into Lo Bora will have to comment, into Tucker and Puskumlo into Nasal Bord. Into your Katana after him in years old. We just Charlie Yar Kumbara, the club. Jogi have the region Munu. Chaluba Ramagbaga, the Rikal Master, the general need. Jogi Agari Yak the Rikalum? Has a regular kingdom? If we talk as who last are the need, Fizzle Bagdar, if there is anybody that will tolerate to that, if we say that no, what are the locals? If we go to region right now, how do you guys going to remain? Are you guys going to remain as a permanent instead, or you guys going to remain as a part of Warap? Unas kwal galu belisanu galum nas laji yau karabal bele. Then we could ada gurusha khalas do sage kwal dare ji gule lagige kalle min miskin al biguluma koyrim dam mud bugra bat dam mud ma bare mal mud bitaw zadu insan bikallam babta insan zai ma bare mal hu wala du fiya bare bas al government bita self fakir ما كوينة بعرف بس الفراس بس ده government بتاع self-fakir because self-fakir is denka ما بعرف إنه بورده is a part of Apanal الفرازه بس بيقول قلبه الجفرمنت بتاعه مع سيلفا كير ده ما في زول بقدر له. أنا ما في زول بقدر له. أنا تزور يا مستر ماكوي. تزور وين؟ نقول لكم if we talk about the election, election is not going to be the perfect election. It's going to be something that is going to take us into something else. And I believe that nobody even will convene if Salva Kiir and his counterpart run this election. Nobody even will convene. If you know that even United Nations does not even convene. Because there is a lot of certain things that does not even been implemented within implementation. Where is the unified force? If Salva Kiir see like there will be any issue within South Sudan, where is the unified force that already been trained as a unified force? And then why they do bring Uganda? I'm going to stop right there, but make sure that international apanal kullukum liman puskum wisho raskum winu kalikum indekum mantek malani intekum takder tawagga fiya taqul okay, this is nisawuda. General Bur ma yimut, General Lawnor ma yimut, General Jikany ma yimut, General Unity State ma yimut, General Malakal ma yimut. Into nasa apanal barakum. You guys need to talk. You guys need to talk. The governor of Jonglei can talk with the governor of Apanal. If the governor of Unity State does not even want to talk with you guys have an option to tell him that, okay, if you are the part that destroyed the Apanal, and then we don't need you, and we can take you out by force. Two governors can take the governor of Unity State out by force. If you guys are really communicate, are really try to fix the Apanal. Only two governors. The governor of Malakal and governor of Jonglei can communicate with governor of Unity State. And if the governor of Unity State does not even understand them, Yale for Unity State, they are Yale Apanal. They are Apanal kids. Forget about like, okay, the governor of Jonglei was given to you by Kir. It's not belong to Kir. It still belong to Apanal. It came with Peter Gadet, Marum Peter Gadet, and Chamson Leo. It still belong to Apanal. Those are the kids of Apanal. Salva Kiir does not give you the governor of Jonglei. They are the people of Apanal who claim that governorship. Chamson and Marum. Okay, if those bring the governor of Apanal and then Machar brings the governor of Jonglei, and then I'm governor of Western Bargazal, you guys need to communicate. So I will stop right there and I will play one clip about the election and then I will stop right there.
Sudan's President Salva Kiir and Vice President Riek Machar have differed on when elections should be conducted in the country. President Kiir insists elections should be held in 2024 as scheduled in a peace deal. However, Vice President Machar, who is also the leader of the largest opposition group, says the current security situation in the country means the parties will not be ready for elections next year. CGTN's Patrick Oyet reports from Juba.
President Salva Kiir insists that the country is ready for the polls scheduled for December 2024. President Kiir heads the country's ruling party, Sudan People's Liberation Movement, or SPLM.
We are going for elections. You prepare yourselves. We are now not looking backwards. We are moving forward. Those who think they will start an armed rebellion after elections or after losing, if you do that, no one is going to join you in an armed rebellion.
However, electoral laws are still being debated in Parliament. The electoral body is not yet in place. Civic education on the elections and voter registration is yet to start. Many of the political parties in South Sudan have armed wings.
Nothing even done, and then for election to go forward. By the time when we hold the election with North, there is a people that has already been training. They know how to mark the ballot that you are voting for. They know how to guideline you with the ballot. They know the population of South Sudan. The population of South Sudanese, they already know that. They give that referendum a 6 full year for South Sudanese to train themselves and then to know who they're going to vote with. To know where is the polling station that you guys can go to. They even organize it here in our side. They give us Nebraska as the people of Midwest. And you know, United States has how many states? Have a 50 states. Midwest, Minnesota, and then South Dakota, and then North Dakota. They give them Omaha as a South Sudanese to come to Omaha to vote over there. So how come the election will be held without knowing where will be the voting station? Do we know that South Sudanese who are outside of South Sudan, where are they going to vote? And when are they going to announce it? Because South Sudanese who are outside, who are not citizens of the United States, they have a right to vote. And they say that the election will take over December 2024. We left with how many months? We left with only 6 months. Because 4 months is already gone. What kind of election is that? If you question yourself, what kind of election is that? What kind of election will be? There is no election within South Sudan. And if there is no election in South Sudan, question yourself, what will Salva Kiir do? Because the man will not be illegitimate on that time. Question your own self. The man will cause something else. That's whereby the man keep insisting there will be an election. He knows that if we get there without election, the man will bring something else. Because the man is a dictatorship. I will play the last clip from Dr. Let me play the clip of Dr. Adonyaba, and then this will be the last that I will just stop over there. But make sure that Salva Kiir is looking for something that will bring the disaster within South Sudan. When the man insisted, said that there will be elections, and the whole world said that nothing done. for us to go to election. Civil society say nothing done for us to go to election. We did not even see the safety of the country people. Because I think that Salva Kiir thing like, okay, people are the Barghazal country people. They are the people of South Sudan. They are not Barghazal people. Let me bring Dr. Adonyaba's speech, and that would be the last conclusion. So I will stop there.
When we talk of inter-party dialogue, it should begin here. And really to discuss what? Discuss why, even ask this question, why were the parties unable to implement what they have agreed on? So this is where we begin. Now, Bol talks with authority that the elections will be done, and in December 2024. Yeah, okay, but as a ruling party, you have not met the conditions for holding these elections. Okay? You now, one is that you have people you have described as refugees, as if they have decided to go on holiday. There are people who to escape with their lives, to save their lives. And what the agreement says is that they should be brought back to be able to participate. They are citizens of this country. Okay? The millions which were in the Sudan, okay, have been forced back by the war there. But you have millions in Uganda and millions in Kenya. And even those who came from Sudan proceeded to Uganda and Kenya. It is not even a shame for us in this country, where people in the POCs, okay, these are citizens. So when you talk of elections, even we are unable to hear from the other political parties what their programs are. So I thought this forum really should have, it has been kind of misplaced. Because what we should be discussing really is the mistake made by the IGAD itself in the resolution of the problem. This thing called revitalized agreement is just a sham. You see, it did not address the problem of war. Why people fought on the 15th of December 2013. It did not address it. They tried it. The agreement in 2015 did not work, and it collapsed just 3 months into its implementation. Okay, in 2016. Now they came back with the same thing because they insist on power sharing. There's nowhere in the world where you have power sharing. Where does it happen? It happened only in the CPA, and because it was known that South Sudan was going to secede. When you talk of power sharing in the South Sudan, which part is going to succeed? So the whole thing is just We know where the problem is, and we don't want to say it. And this is the problem of the civil society. We call ourselves civil society. Many of us are NGOs, actually, or representatives of NGOs. They're not real civil society. Because the political culture in South Sudan is still very shallow. We have never had a political culture here where you would have a civil society and informed and a critical mass in this part of the Sudan. No, we never had it. Okay? This has just emerged as a result of being representatives of international NGOs working in order to help the people of South Sudan in the context of international humanitarian intervention. So it's not real civil society. Because if we had civil society, this country would not be in the way it is now. We would have a lot of other activities happening. So, what is at the stake is that you have an agreement, you have parties that signed an agreement, and they have not implemented it. Why? The reason is simple. Those who have the power want to keep the power. They don't want to leave it, to give it to anybody. The SPLM was not a political party. It's a military organization. In the military organization, there is no democracy. Let's be clear. We have never had elections here in the bush. Did we have? So why are we just going around the bush, Jamaa?
Okay, those are the scenario or analysis of Dr. Peter Adonyaba. This is the one thing that we all going to know. South Sudan within Salva Kiir will not go to election. The election that Salva Kiir is talking about is the same election that Salva Kiir killed Noor on it. Because he need to know who will rise up and say that I'm going to be the leader of the country from Noor society or from Noor community. And then their son came up. What I see, some of them, they try to blame their son. How do you going to blame your son that said that, okay, I want to lead the country forward. And I want this country to be a peaceful country. We are not going to abuse each an individual within this country unless we have to fix the problem of it. When I see most of the Nuer son, you cannot even call yourself Nuer son. When you try to blame your brother, don't call yourself you are Nuer son. You need to know where you were born and you need to know where you come from. You need to check from your dad and mom. Nuer son will never even blame their son because the man came up and said that, okay, I want to contest for the election. And if you blame your son for that, and if that is your genuine reason that you complain with it, you have no reason. You need to find your own reason. Because you have your own real hatred that you build into yourself. And you don't want to find the definition of that hatred that you build on your own heart, and you don't want to know where that definition of it came from. I myself, as a King Janis, I say, I'm going to contest as a president of South Sudan. All my real brother will not blame me. They will just have two things in their heart. They will encourage me that I'm going to fail for a certain reason. They will encourage me, go ahead and do it. We will help you out. And those are the things that you do them personally. You give your brother a reason. This is the first reason, second reason, third reason, and fourth reason. But you will still insist it, I will still support you, but those are the reasons that I'm seeing, because you have your own perspective. You have your own analysis. What you see is not what everybody sees. And when you have those, it's not you're going to complain that, okay, Kenya John, it's not going to make it. If I'm not going to make it, are you going to die? Simple question. If you keep talking about, okay, I'm not going to make it, are you going to die if I did not make it to the election? If I did not win? No, right? Nothing is going to kill you. You will still wait for the person that you think is going to win the election. That's your interest. Your interest is not to destroy somebody that you do not have any interest with. What destroys somebody that he does not have interest with, that person is a hatred. Nothing behind that. Because if you do not want the person to be a president, and then keep silent. Just be silent. Just go and campaign with the other side that you think is going to be important for you. Do your campaign. We don't need to fight. Just do your own campaign. You don't like me, and then do your campaign on the other person. But if you come and abuse somebody with a personal issue, you need to look at your back for a long run. I curse Salva Kiir for a more reason. Salva Kiir murdered my own people, and the man is still insisting. Does not even want to say sorry. I curse him, and I will still curse him, and I will still curse him until he left the seat, and I will still follow him out from that seat. Because my question is still why you kill my own innocent people. Because when the man tried to kill my own sub-tribe or my own society, nor is a nation. I will call it my own nation. The man even never go there because the man killed them intentionally. The man, he mean it. Let me kill them. I don't have any concern with Nuer. I will never go to Nuer territory. That's what came out from Salva Kiir's mind. That's why you see Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir will not even go to Unity State, where Salva Kiir is the governor that he has brought. Because he killed the people of Unity State. Salva Kiir will never land in Afanal, which is Malakal, because these are the people that Salva Kiir built his own hatred against them. One person will sacrifice himself to take Salva Kiir away from his goddamn seat. Salva Kiir is not a human in front of me. And this is the man that, if the man insisted with this all is hatred, with the whole JCE, someone will take him out in front of people. Because if you build the hatred against others people, like what Salva Kiir did, I saw his own son came out today. I wish that man will be still alive. I saw his own son that talked with Colruyt. If that man will be still alive, I hope that. and I will play his video next time. January, when you are on Taz Road, Minani La Chalke, Mila Chalke, near, Jimmy near Taz Road near. Karamit Church Yomori, Dekalana Bang. Till Nathan Pakir and Nega Jack one Chola Denalan, Gorna Gorka or Denalana Bang. Minde Chola Bang, Michi Machalga Bang Lurenu. A younger Norticon, especially I will not encourage Tilamagora elderly. Elderly African de Guruke. Elderly to go into outside world, United States, Canada, Australia, US, elsewhere. I don't even need those kind of humans. Because an agent quiet trigger me cha be a young chapul when you no corner kene, a Canadian quite support again. Cook a Canadian corn in their corn capture and con what the make you Jabani chupti. Con 20 kilo. Neither ya trip ya to no walk was again. Ya to no walk was no case of claim. Ya to no walk was again. What do you think Rabbi take over Kakuye? No do cool corner time you can bread, get away with the chocolate do cool in water. Come on, Jigger, I'm a sure order disease when they take and worry when they take and worry Chaka winner, where go Jacko Becca allow a bigger right in the Amde. I take it to Makamana can take encouragement, Makamana can take woman like it. Do you think that the big is? Ma we may be during all big is. But you can not clean I do. But the whole take care Magaya, I take a demi market, Jenica. Till I could ram a dong and colony made him to Ramda. Ramdan and maybe Machaka again, may government. I feel that government. My order quicker order. I feel it then government order. And colony may make Machala Reina. Joke jingle to Ramadon, Joke G, Yaman, Lene, a chipitin, Telegere, may I shall know could win or none any longer. Take my blood. Anna. And Jesus, the Pagana, my room gonna get a bar, the Chumdori Boot, they alarm Kelkanere, Jesus Nurkin. Go pay one away, and go any wing or way, nor a year or a you unique a year alarm. Engine Jesus may. Still madam. I don't care about you more, I'm still believe. But may I get a ya Romane, and Jesus, they're not a Chumdorimbur. Chumdorimbur, not the come in may march your moon, may march you moon nowadays. Tell Madame when you're losing it. When I am a moon of a margor. Because the main important is my mom, right? Take her still a madam. Makwala enjoy it. Jesus, a war in your room when I get Jesus, a Palian. Well, I didn't know the Amuna Chunder. Corn into way, nor ye destroy. A chief who need to call it like Chalke, who needs to 1 year old bull again, 1 year ago walk was again. Chief bully and lad walk. Connie, I hear more easy long, Con tell me you not one let him, young you what you're doing. Jay, I hear the moon. May I do it to my day, the moon?
Unknown caller.
Jesus, a man, may I told him con the Alacala, the Amara, Jesus, still got rim, still got alcohol. May I win my charity, yeah. There go on, I'm not my char. Jesus, my ad, but I am a charnaka day one. And tell me the alarm kill Muguria. I can't destroy, tell him I can't destroy him. You're another much charge here. ajene wa olam ne den ka dira mi yale magane joga na ma chare ji gar ka la ni ge wodoran kinya jin la gwe jene la kura du la kuya ko du mislitation yi wo wida ne wa did wona na magana joga na ya ma char gur gar ka ma char gar ma la ni ke wodor ka yini ni chang daro de ku te jira me nanin da cha ko da mo char ma ji hen char ena kulla ni ke wodor ka te ma bi nyona ka ji e bi ku da ji en ka ru wa ngu ma ji hen char kala de you they enough for good ko na char ma ji ka wodor ji de le ni e mu yina le ke wodor ramila babu ni ne changdar kin ni da yechu be ni ne 2 hour baro nyo jin en changdar ma yeli ma longan worin la worin ta kon ja bi lan ku le cha he je ku ma ye go ga long ngula ni ke wodor na ja lo ai ti ja lo why you do that because machar is very important on us matagara mangar je ngar ngase re yini kun wale machar machule goage mati yang machar goage mati del machar goage mati re mos ngi je no binien bi ye ku bi ka kosh mala jeli ka renyal ka changdaro ka jeli ka durbile changdaro muchini nge jimo ma goage changdar daga lo ma go amper tiang why muchini nge changdaro any machar je la lo kada ni lo ru yin any machar ma la ka jiu ni je char mo gale any machar we moon mo we ore kan yamdu gwe je yere ko zudu any machar mo yere kan yamdu gwe je la ko kaji ko is still the same again genetic ya cha ni ji again kwana la ni na ke wodor mi ni ga wodor bi je ku bi ko come on wor mo ko le je ke ne char ma je mu yu pe ni no penny no mu jeng ma char wuri ko ne akon ngi ge mo boy ne jen is very important e wa wala am ne de ya ko ma char nyo gur ne ke chori ma char ya chor ma char chori ma char na ne chor ma wet ta kam je ku be dap ne jen ne char e na ma char min de min no ma las won ma char re yini ku peel happy for it ko kone ne char ma ji cha gat kon ka outside world me tan tin char ande jo jine ba ka bu mu te char ba gan ku da kon bi ne buru me go ne ke ne char me ji ka bu ye je ma char me de nang ne je gar ko me ye chole chu nyam gar ye ma ni nan de nang ne je gar ba kon bi ba jo char mo pele ji go ne ka char gwe ke je gar mo pur pu je go ne char me because colony na ne ya la Sudan yin ye char te kun mi yi cha we mon ke belu kan belu de report ke je ye ga na miem yila ne la wara no de cha mo guluti kama yi mai wira ma bur mi ye kula nen ramin che kula cha te miem kana ramati miem mai ku we ku je pudu wi de la ku je pudu ye ku lu ka gon ku miem ku woti ko miem ni kon som ta ba ka na stress ba ka na ngu ba miem ne ti cha ran jen gwan be ka tin ti le stress ma tra idien jen gwan te ka tin ti go wong niam ka ji ga be pe mi yi chup ka mara le dien bi pe wona ban mi ji ga miem ko na ya gu se dire mi yal ke mi ya ku lo gu se stress tin ku le miem din bar la gu yi gwande la gu ye di je ka je yene ni char de kam ye yene ni char dial not even nur pon ma char go age je na kulani ni ke wodor my last ke de la dir mi yal ke de la solor clip na ni wa bi bito ano ke monday solor clip na chu ja biro du mu ke atam ke je e matter of dir mi yal ke 4 minutes be dam kone gwe ken gwe garo no chu wol ken yi dinu ken ka pot la gwe ga ya ma de gu jin chung na de gang ken pa ina ne de duore de gang kama wa mo wi ka wutin ba ko jen charge so lor clip and so lor clip in men dir mi yal ka human made comment madar ga jen tama be to ka jen this 2024 rune and then barol la wonyo na ka to na ka 2040 mo no mo wa on tama mo we wote disaster mo we ka tiniken and then bala wonyo on ka na ka 2040 na ka 2045 I mean tega mo de we no mo ga la ko mi jo jin tama be ben ke ba le rune ke chenga ba dab ano a matter of dir mi yal ke 4 minutes and then barol la wonyo na ka to na ka 2045 mikene beni it means that ati koni la on ke human ko human may je la o jena is beyond ko tega tala gwe yete de on ano nena wabi o gudo na o che bi gud ko be gud ko kon na wana ko wana wata na gonte tin kile wi monu gud ka yene kon wabi wi mon gud badan ko mo wana ko wada kan yin ga ti kon yero per ke ne ya kamje and then bi chengdar bi wor bala wor bane yidan bane wonang ne tin ko ne ko ne chalke human ajen wer ba in gwena bane gwa ma la o chiko de guru bane chuktino mo wi chuktino ne ko ne wete ma yeken mo wa ko ne blog ko de na mo chi ma chalke guru chane ku wo da ne gonte tin gudu jenjin karo adu mo yitam to yistan but mo wana ku de ne ko ni ga ko ne te tin ko ne bane chenga mo bane ga Canadian where they are is not enough. They are beyond good. I know. Conscience is a word in terms of energy is beyond good. Good aka kon jala yene wala malabira anwa ko me moran Jesus an chara ran Jesus. Good aka kon in quality kon in chacha kon mo waka waka touch. Ka tega mo waka blog and tama na ne jala tega dir mi yalke mo wa woni am. I know. Mo waka wo toje nyin quality kon in tegure no bana chumne pinge gitan kon ne kon yule cha ko gitan dile long mo we kon marago and mo is not che gudo chana ko chana wo dafne gode ramana je te mo ba sho lu gudo ma gudo you lying to your own self and ko du no mo kene bu je go ko du kene is study no go ne nan ko ne is not even good. Is whatever mamo genetic may brar ga ji and then may inang that's enough and then come you la all enough you should go on in min chira andong tin and then may inang that's enough that's whereby la ne ni je ring la nyo no da ta mana ku min la ja ji la o bi grow ko the more you grow the more ring but the more may you go on and go and certain time and be grow tin mamu wa chu ko dong ma ring ba to ta kon mi jo ete Jesus mi kon jo te jal ma ya chamu bita da jal ma cham ga jen cham ga ka mi jen ni cham ga te jal ke mi de ku na ga je ne jin ti la guro ama bi alar ye ne Jesus du ke ko du mi ngabi la ko gan Israel I'm not part of it but ngai ni je no chama bi guro abe chobo and for the me te kon ne pinye mi ya kon mule cha sin ko ja kon mo ga nyin kon dia le property ni kon mo wane won nang nan nya le go na ni te sin wane nyin ga wata ce ta na te cin kana fai karini miri da roda mo wane wato ko na wane wato da yadda kala zai je ni firiya dan babin ka riya dan mun non na roda kon ad by me de kam yeno being a human don't being a jaga la cha we do good gudan bane pata june kon ene kwana ri le la bane wonyo pata june kon yo ja jene e jabe open goma don gudu jira bi wi guru aben e we wi mono wul cha wo potaju ene ko ni we ka li wi da yedi ja ko le and then me a potaju kan bi ko te yu jo kara le be ko li jidun bi ma dunya re yo nga la jen Jeno ni bala yen kwa ko ne ndir mi yalga solo kaliba la o beletin la o betwoutin. It's not even was dial. Jebe to was ni dial. Beteka tangwas ni. But a matter of 4 minutes and then deal done. I know. Ka wona jena la o wa o ne yara ma de ga ken ndir mi yalga wang pas ke wang chang. Ko the more ba ka destroy young, the more, and then they will run away. They will evacuate. Going evacuation, no matter what. Til kon cheitan madong, ka til kon kun madong, kut je yi kon cha ka cheitan, je ni bi kon nyo lui ko kon ba na na la kon. Til kun no de we na na ka til kun de we na cha ka na nyo na. So cher te ka kon go la na ti token. Nur me da la paran biran og na me og na tar jade. Wo nuri wo go ma ko ya ngai gar ma ko ya ngai me da ne no me ya we wang ke nyin kon te kon kwa kon gang ke ne kam kon ne riel ko ma ya we wang ke ne na la do ko wang ke ne ku ka la pick ke really ko ya we to le ke ri ni ku ne ra mi bure yi be yo to le ri ni ku ma ya we to le ke ma ya we wang ke they are too tough and over ka wang. But we don't till a human mala no duna min mo dunde kanene ko witness and no bana went to mate bana bunga till ram bana ngas kon di albana dan ngas kon jana la human machana chana dibal nan go ana go dam kon special kon ne kon shall ken wori be je winter ta muy ka chura ka waye winter jana muy ka chur already ta ko gar nga je no ne me ba chole mo. And then may have been a summer year got by Yada already, then I know a time much I'll get turned on Bibin. Terramaba Bangera. No, Terramaba Bangera. Could you get about that bang? I know time I'll let you my Bibin. But go on Yakon to mislead go. I tell you, Yakon Benangtin. Kana worker is Kenyan Con, Tonian Con, and then Yana Penka Bush. Koja and Munga di Ramadongo Beji and Beji good enough to Bay Lock and Guay Latin. Yella Nan and a win la Tedinisham. Okay, but pay one or do no gin the year to Macharino low rate take a do. Chakwe Machari will look. And obey the lipping or general do Machar. Contamin will look around Machar take a tana deal pin. Say a guru go Charame, you to moon. Kakana guru could not be to moon. Look at logo Galachola. And it don't even hit Kalarama Uja like Chimney. Kalara Charma like Chimney, no Lloyd do Barra Bay Mucha Diamond, we and Kalarama, but no, we would look, then we stress Medina, but you could talk a malo. Be allowed you better in your doing. Stress and overcome you. Be you like in the room a while and be a low, running to buy it, and then young. And we were not within your country. Oh, God, come with you. That's the best. Never could get a care, yes? The Akuteman.
HQJMS. 6K SKS QWCJ GAS NG